Hey, what's good, guys? It's Clutchy the Entertainment here, back with another video. And for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Houston Texans and which rookie that I think will have the greatest impact for this season. I'm not going to be talking about necessarily for their whole career, but just for the season. Like, which player is going to have the better stats or greatest impact on the team, or I guess help contribute to wins or whatever. And the rookie that I think that's going to do that is Brevin Jordan, tight end out of Miami. The reason I think he's going to be the greatest impact rookie for this season is just because the type of player that he is. He's like I guess, somewhat of a ready now type of player. I mean, for tight ends, most of the time it takes like 2 to 3 years to develop into a stable or complementary NFL tight end. But for Brevin Jordan, I don't believe that's the case. Coming out of college, he's a pretty solid blocker. But the one thing that I really like about him is he's a very willing blocker. Not many tight ends are willing blockers. Most of them like to go get their catches, get their yards after the catch, touchdowns, all of that. But Brevin Jordan, he likes all that, but he also likes to block. And that's one thing that I really admire about him. He's a guy who's not going to be scared to go over there, pick up a big old DN, block him, or a big old middle linebacker on a run play, or whatever it is. He's not scared to go do it. Brevin Jordan, 6'3", 247 pounds, 32-inch arms, 9-inch hands, and his prospect grade on the NFL website is 5.95, which, I think it's the third or fourth ranked highest tight end on the NFL website. But I guess for the value that we got him, round 5, pick 3, that's very good value. Many different, I guess, mock sites had him going from anywhere from the 2nd to 4th round, maybe 5th round. So, for the value that we got him at in the 5th round, that's like amazing value. And that's like a bunch of these rookies that we drafted. Like a lot of these rookies, we got them for very good value. And that's something that I very admire from Nick Caserio, I guess, from this draft. He said we're going to go BPA, and that's pretty much what he did. Sure, I guess didn't really need a quarterback, but there was the best player available, I guess, in his head. So he took the quarterback. Same thing with Nico Collins. He said, okay, I'm going to trade up because he's a very good player and he's still there. And then with Brevin Jordan, and then with Roy Lopez. So, that's pretty much what he did. Some strengths about Brevin Jordan is he's highly decorated as an inline and slot option. So, you could line up Brevin Jordan in the slot position. I guess maybe if you're in the red zone, I guess you could put Randall Cobb on the sideline or Kiki QT on the sideline. And just line up Brevin Jordan as a slot receiver. And maybe put Jordan Akins as a tight end. So you can have like 2 big body tight ends on the field at the same time. But one who's more athletic, who has more speed, better hands, and Brevin Jordan on the slot. Put him on a slant, put him on a simple little fade route. The quarterback can just throw it up and let him go get it. And that's something that he's going to excel at in Houston. And that's really something that I'm really excited to see. That's something that he really did well on in college, is that jump ball. That fade into the end zone. Another strength that he has is his improved route work and quickness out of breaks. He improved on that in 2020. So, that was kind of a year ago, last season, I think. So, he's only getting better as a route runner. That's something that's really going to be crucial as a tight end, especially if you're going to be more of a receiving tight end. And that's probably what it's going to be here. We're probably going to use Ryan Izzo, the guy that we traded for from the Patriots, more as a blocker. To have good route running and quickness out of breaks, that's going to be really crucial for a tight end. I think one of the best route running tight ends in the NFL right now is probably Travis Kelce. His route running is crisp. He looks like an all-pro wide receiver running routes out there. It's crazy, and it's very important for a tight end if you want to be a good receiving tight end. Because, you can't just run a sloppy route, then the quarterback's going to throw it, and it's going to get picked off, or you're not going to be there in time, or whatever. There's going to be a bad impact play. It's not going to be a good play. So you need to have good route running as a tight end. Another strength of his is takes tight angles on out-breaking routes. So that's a very other important thing for a tight end. Say you're running an out route. Say you're on the 10-yard line. It's like a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, something like that. You call it out route. Say the tight end is lined up as a normal tight end position. You call out route for the tight end. The quarterback is in shotgun formation. You snap the ball. Brevin Jordan's running out route. You have to be quick. You have to be very tight on that angle. For the angle for the out route, you have to run it crisp. If you don't run that out route right, it's going to get either picked off or deflected, or you're just simply not going to be there in time, and you're going to make the quarterback look bad, when in reality, it really was a good throw. So to have quickness in that out route and that angle, that's very important. Whether it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, the quarterback's going to be relying on you. You're probably going to be the number one option, so you're going to need to have that. And I believe Brevin Jordan could be a number one option if he continues to build up and add on to that angle route. Another strength of his is he scrambles open on off-schedule pass plays, and that would be perfect for a quarterback like Deshaun Watson. But, I mean, as we all know, the situation going around him, it doesn't look like he's going to be playing anytime soon, and we don't even know if he's going to be playing for us anytime soon. Probably not. But to be able to do that as a tight end, most of the time we saw it all the time with DeAndre Hopkins. I can name probably like 15 plays just off the top of my head right now where DeAndre Hopkins did that for Deshaun Watson. To be able to have a tight end who can do that, similar again, going back to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is that reliable option for Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes say he has pressure in his face or he's about to get sacked. All he needs to do, look around, see where Travis Kelce is, throw it up to him, he's going to get it. He's going to be open because he knows Patrick Mahomes' mental, aspect of running around, scrambling. So, I mean, that's going to be very important for whoever the quarterback is, whether it's Tyrod Taylor, maybe Ryan Finley, or even if it's Davis Mills, or maybe miraculously, Deshaun Watson plays. So whoever's quarterback, that's going to be a very important aspect. Brevin Jordan, to just be able to say running a slant route. The quarterback calls for the ball. There's instant pressure, say, from the left end. The left end hammers through Laramie Tunsil. He's right in your face. Say it's Tyrod. Tyrod scrambles out left. Brevin Jordan has to break away from his slant. Either maybe run closer to the quarterback, come closer to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he just decides to go run upfield as a streak route or whatever it is. You're just going to have to be able to break away from your normal route and get open. And that's something that he really excelled at in college. So that's going to be very important in the NFL offense, regardless of who's the quarterback. Another strength of his is he absorbs heavy strikes and continues on after the catch. So you've all seen Jordan Akins, how he catches the ball. He takes a hit, he keeps running, takes another hit, keeps running, or he ducks under a tackle, or whatever it is. Say Brevin Jordan is Jordan Akins on steroids. I mean, I know it's college, and Miami didn't really play too many good defenses, but Brevin Jordan, based on his college tape, to me, he looks like Jordan Akins on steroids running those yards after catch. In one play, he even hurdled a DB. I think it was a safety. And for a tight end to hurdle a safety, you have to be crazy athletic and have to have just crazy athleticism. And that's something that he's really excels at, even better than Jordan Akins. He looks like a slot wide receiver out there, like a Randall Cobb, like a prime Randall Cobb, but in a tight end body. It's crazy. And another strength is adequate acceleration after the catch. So, sure, you're running the route, you have some decent speed, but right after you catch that ball, he's breaking out of that, route, or breaking out of that normal route. He's going to keep going, he's going to be even faster than what he was running the route. I don't know how, but that's just Brevin Jordan, that's an instinct. And one final strength that I really like is he can be a punishing runner with the ball in his hands. So he's basically, a running back, like a power running back. Like Mark Ingram, Marshawn Lynch. You know how they like to use their stiff arm move? Brevin Jordan can pretty much use that stiff arm move as a tight end. We've seen DeAndre Hopkins use that stiff arm sometimes. One time he did it in the Saints game, on the primetime game. But Brevin Jordan, for a tight end to be able to do that, we've seen Jordan Akins do it. We've seen Darren Fells do it. We've even seen Pharaoh Brown do it. But in my opinion, Brevin Jordan does it better. Just the length of his hands are huge. He's just a very big guy. So, he's going to be able to do that stiff arm move better. But here are the weaknesses. He drops head into contact and blocks with erratic technique. I said he's a willing blocker, but I never said he's a very good blocker. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of a win-lose scenario. Like, you win in the fact that he's willing to block, but you lose in the fact that he's not the best blocker. So, I mean, there's that. His gradual route bends between hashes, and it gives positioning away. So, I mean, when he's running the route, I guess he can give his route, what route he's running away, and it can lead to an interception, whether it's a linebacker covering him or a slot corner, whatever it is. Sometimes he can do that. And I guess that's one reason why he really looked to improve his route running in 2020. And that's something that he worked on. I guess he could get better at it. But he's not a terrible route runner. But that's listed as one of his weaknesses. Another weakness is excessive body catching and bobbles, and that's something that you really can't have as a tight end. I mean, if you're wide open, you need to catch the ball, you don't want to risk dropping it, okay, sure, whatever. But if you're in tight coverage, you can't use your body to catch the ball. You have to get your hands out there, be aggressive, have strong hands, grab the ball out of the air. And that's something that he kind of lacks. He does have strong hands when needed to, but once in a while, he'll catch with his body. It's kind of like Will Fuller in his rookie year. Or his first 2 years, actually. I mean, his rookie year, we all know he he dropped that Patriots touchdown. I think it was a 2017 playoff game in New England. It was kind of snow. It wasn't really snowing, but it was cold. Brock Osweiler threw it. He threw a dime, surprisingly. It's Brock Osweiler. But he threw an absolute perfect pass into Will Fuller. It should have been a touchdown, but he was trying to use his body, and he dropped it. That's something you can't really have as a pass catcher. You have to be able to have strong hands, not use your body unless, I guess, needed to. But that's something that he kind of lacks. He could improve on easily. He has pretty strong hands. He already has that part down. He just needs to be more consistent using his hands. So, those are some strengths and weaknesses on Brevin Jordan. I believe he's going to be tight end 1 at the beginning of the season. To be honest with you, I could see Jordan Akins being cut. Apparently, I'm not sure if it's true, but from the beginning of last season coming in, he just looked slower, just stuff like that. So there's that. And then plus he's getting up there in age. I think he's going to be 30 or 29 by the time the season starts. So there's not really any point to keep an older tight end on, I guess, somewhat of a rebuilding team. You need to get that youth into the game. So like Holly Waring, if he stays. Pharaoh Brown, I guess he's kind of young. He's kind of in the same situation as Jordan Akins, but a little bit younger. Ryan Izzo's still pretty young. And then Brevin Jordan, who's still only 20. He can't even go into a bar yet and drink. That's how young he is. So, I mean, we need to get that youth there. So, Brevin Jordan, I believe, is going to be tight end 1, especially if he has a good training camp. Jordan Akins is gone. There's no way if Brevin Jordan has a good training camp, Jordan Akins is still going to be on the team, in my opinion. And then especially now that he's going to be in his contract year, I think, there's really no point in keeping him. Just let him release him, cut him, maybe even trade him for a 7th-round pick or something like that. But, yeah, I don't really see Jordan Akins being here. So I think Brevin Jordan is going to be tight end number 1, and I believe he's going to excel in that position. If I had to give a prediction, a stats prediction, I would probably say Brevin Jordan is going to finish with anywhere from like 400 to 500 yards. I'm going to say 5 touchdowns. So that's a pretty good season, I guess, for a tight end. It's a very good season, especially for a rookie in the 5th round. That's something like a little bit of a Kyle Pitts stat line, I would guess. I don't know about that, but like he's going to have a very good stat line for a tight end, for a rookie. So, that's who my player is, who's going to have a breakout season for a rookie, who's going to have the greatest impact. Let me know who y'all think is going to have the greatest impact as a rookie next season and why. And, I hope y'all guys have a good day. And Clutch City Entertainment out. Peace.